Tonight, from U.S. Bank Stadium in Minneapolis, it's a...
Lurching closer toward the midway point of this NFL season, and we're underway on EA Sports. On the return, Tony Pollard from his end zone. And he's able to get this across the 20, but not by much, as he's marked down officially at the 21. The Dallas Cowboys and Dak Prescott set to go on offense for the first time. And with Dak at the controls, his 6th season under center now as the Cowboys quarterback.
And you've got to think that they've got to be feeling pretty fresh. You know, coming off of the open week, didn't have to play, right? Gives them a chance to rest up a little bit, heal some of those aches and pains, and excited about playing again. That really rekindles things a little bit. I want to see how they come out and establish themselves here early.
And that bye week coming right where they want it, in the middle of the schedule. The last run got 6, now 2nd and 4. A give to Elliott. And he'll get about 3 here as he's out to the 30. Just play number 3 here on the opening drive, and it's an early 3rd and 1. Prescott off play action. And he finds his target. It's Schultz. And he will have a Cowboys first down as they're able to convert on 3rd and short yardage with a gain of 4. The give is to Elliott. And he'll rumble for about 5, up close to the 40.
Brandon, 5 yards on that run. Let's get back to the huddle and make sure if you're a back, you spend time with your offensive line and give them credit. Hard to move those 300-plus pounders at the line of scrimmage, and they did for a significant chunk of yardage.
2nd down at 5. Now Prescott. That'll be taken in there by James Washington. And this is going to turn into another first down as the tackle is made at the Vikings 43. So Dak with a completion there, really showing no ill effects from that injury a season ago. Yeah, what do you think your keys are defensively trying to stop Mr. Prescott?
Well, I think any defensive coordinator will tell you, stop his running game first, because he is at his best off of play action when all of your linebackers come up to the line of scrimmage after the fake to the running back, and that allows him room and space to make a decision downfield. So take away the run, and that allows you to drop into coverage and blanket the field.
Now he's able to break through 1 tackle, but it slowed him down enough that he could only manage getting back to the line of scrimmage. Officially nothing on that last run. They'll try again, 2nd and 10. Prescott. And a first hookup with his all-pro tight end, Rob Gronkowski. And this is going to turn into another first down as the tackle is made at the Vikings' 27-yard line. That reception, his 600th NFL catch. Congratulations, quite the accomplishment. A first down carry by Elliott. And only a yard this time as he's taken down right around the 26. The run only got a yard. Here's 2nd and 9. Now Prescott. And he's going to be taken down here. A sack back at the 32. It'll go in the books as a 7-yard loss on the sack. And it's 3rd down.
Enough takes to start to have a good drive, quite like a big loss on a sack, does it?
Now they're looking at a 3rd and long, and suddenly the momentum shifted to the other side of the football.
And old Mo is a very, very fickle man.
They'll need a big play here. Will Dak and the Cowboys after the sack. It's 3rd and long. Prescott now. And that is incomplete.
Well, they've got man coverage on the outside, and my scouting report on these DBs tells me that they love to take matters in their own hands. They want man coverage, not zone. And there was good coverage there that forced the incompletion.
Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. And he'll decide to not bring this one out as their drive will begin at the 25. And the Minnesota offense ready to go to work here. Their quarterback in his 10th season overall now, and fourth as a Viking, Kirk Cousins.
And you've got to think that they've got to be feeling pretty fresh. You know, coming off of the open week, didn't have to play, right? Gives them a chance to rest up a little bit, heal some of those aches and pains, and excited about playing again. That really rekindles things a little bit. I want to see how they come out and establish themselves here early.
And that bye week coming right where they want it, in the middle of the schedule. Now, after the completion, we're going to get a timeout, an injured player. While the training staff takes a peek, we'll take a break. Maybe a good spot to take a shot. Here's 2nd and a yard from the 34. The first carry now for Dalvin Cook.
And that's why Dalvin Cook is the Minnesota Vikings featured back. You put the ball in his hands, good things happen. 2nd in the NFL last year in rushing with 1,557 yards, and that's now back-to-back 1,000-yard seasons with 30 combined total touchdowns. What a player is Dalvin Cook.
Following the good run by Cook, here's another 1st and 10. From the gun, they'll try to run it. And he's got this one across midfield into Cowboy territory. So they'll come up after the gain of 7 on a 2nd and 3. Cousins gives way to Cook. And he'll get it down here to the 43.
That's a nice run right there, able to get to the outside. And so many times defenses say, okay, we've got you hemmed in. But if you're running the football, at least you know where everyone is coming from. You don't have to worry about the backside at all. That allows you to run with a little bit more confidence as you traverse down the field.
First down, here's the run with Cook. And he'll maneuver his way forward for about 4. 2nd and 6. Following the pickup of 4, here's 2nd and 6. Give to Cook out of the gun. He'll wind up getting 4 down to the 36. They'll run it. Here's Cook. And he's going to have the first down yardage as he's down at about the 30-yard line. You were telling me this yesterday. This is exactly what they want to do on the opening drive, establish the ground game.
Yeah, remember our conversation. We were talking about what one of the GMs in the league has told me repeatedly. It's a big man's game, and it's not necessarily size. He's talking about playing some big boy football. Line up, get leverage, knock people back, and establish the run early.
So 1st and 10 now from the 30. First carry for the Boise State Bronco, Alexander Madison. A short gain here, maybe a yard to the 29. Here's 2nd and 9, just a yard on that last run. Working out of the gun, Cousins. He'll get this underneath to Madison. And he's going to have another first down here as the tackle's made at the Cowboys' 17-yard line. From the red zone now, Cousins. And they're going to get him. He's sacked back around the 28. Micah Parsons, the rookie out of Penn State, in to drop him for the sack. Remember, they had the nice gain on the previous play, but they just gave a lot of it back right there on that sack.
Yeah, they get the sack, get back some real estate. Felt like the type of play that can spark a defense and swing some momentum. Almost felt like a take that type of a play, didn't it, partner?
So now 20 yards to go on 2nd down after the sack. Work to be done. A give. This is Cook. And nothing doing here as this time the run maybe gets him back to the line of scrimmage, but that's it. Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. Hard throw, incomplete. Now the Vikings will send out the special teams crew here for a field goal try. From the right hash, this from 45 yards away. Joseph's got it. And that will tie us at 3-3. So matching field goals on our opening 2 drives.
Yeah, it feels like 2 boxers feeling each other out here in the early going of the game, right? Exchanging some jabs, but none of the heavy stuff just yet.
And he brings us out past the 20 to the 24. Second drive forthcoming here for the Dallas Cowboys. And they enter play here in this one on a 2-game win streak, plus they come off the open week as well. So this is a team that has a lot of things working in their favor.
Oh, it certainly is, and let's face it, this team is playing so well. The worry now is that after a few extra days off, they'll be sluggish coming into this game. So I've heard that he spent more time in practice working what they call good versus good, starting offense versus starting defense. They want a fast start in this next game. Now, that was a fun one to watch right there. A nice in-breaking route and plenty of room in the middle of the field. And he was able to get behind the linebackers and grab the completion for a really good pickup.
From up near the 40 now after the big play to start, here's another 1st and 10. Draw play, Elliott. 5 yards is the tally on 1st down. That brings up 2nd and 5. Elliott running right. Looking for a crease, can't find one. Stopped at the line of scrimmage. A tight one after one on EA Sports. An extra defender in the secondary for the Vikings here on 3rd down. Here's Prescott. Throw left side, taken in by Washington. And he's out of bounds just before the midfield stripe at the 49. On 1st down, Elliott. And this will be stopped at the 44. That one good for 7 yards. A good run, got 7 on 1st. Here's 2nd and 3. Here's Elliott. And he'll get it inside the 40 to the 39.
They were not fooling around at all, were they? 2nd and short, and they brought out the heavy package. Almost felt like the super heavy package against that defense, didn't it?
Yeah, I don't. Version. 1st down, Prescott. Henry. And they're able to get this one past the yard line.
Well, we can talk about it like it's just a basic route, but how about the timing on this one? Lined up on the right, runs a deep in route, and how about the throw? Right on the money. Bam, puts it right in there and on his hands. Nice completion, really good pickup.
Prescott's throw pulled in by Lamb. A gain of 6 there on 1st. Throwing again on 2nd down. Prescott over the middle, complete. That's Elliott. And the Cowboys are going to have a 1st and goal as he's taken down at about the 8-yard line.
Well, they've certainly done a nice job spreading the ball around on this drive. This time he gets it out to his back, and it's another nice play and another 1st down. They've got the defense on their heels a little bit. They're reacting instead of being aggressive and making plays.
Steps away. Under pressure, down he goes. Sacked at the 10. And now it looks like we've got a Cowboy shaken up down there on the field. We'll check on his status when we get back. Moved back to the 10. They'll try on 2nd and goal here. Prescott from the gun. He'll get this out wide here to Elliott. And this play doesn't go anywhere. Backwards, losing yardage to the 11. They'll wind up losing a yard on the play. And that is going to set up 3rd and goal. Looking to throw. Prescott. Firing quickly here, and that's complete. A great job to hold him to just a yard there. Now it's 4th and goal.
Ran the perfect defense in this situation. Would have meant that there was an incompletion. They would have picked it off. Okay, so they gave up the completion. But I really enjoyed watching how the defense stayed in sync, stayed in great communication. And as he dragged across each zone, you see him pointing, communicating. There he is, and they passed him off to each defender. Ended up making a nice play, even though it was complete.
Nagar's kick is good. And they will take the lead here in this battle of field goals at 6-3. So he's been automatic to this point of the season, and he connects on the field goal there.
And what a luxury it is to have a kicker you can depend upon, partner, because he hasn't missed all year long. Converts on that one as well. And kudos to you. You didn't jinx it.
And you see Dalvin Cook in the offense heading back out. Those are his numbers through roughly the first half of the season, and given that, you'd have to think he's on pace for a 1,000-yard campaign.
Steady as he goes. Steady goes the offense. But you know what else is happening, too, because they are a team now recognized with the ability to run the football. You've got to be able to throw it better now, right? Better throwing lanes, better opportunities for the guys downfield, maybe more one-on-one coverage, which you should be able to beat easier. Yeah, he's establishing not just a tone, but an identity for his team.
And that's a discussion we had a couple days ago in the team meetings, talking about this running game, opening up the passing game. We'll see if that continues to happen. So quickly all the way up at the 40-yard line. Handoff comes to Cook. And the reinforcements come in as they're going to stop him behind the line. Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up 2nd and 11.
Sometimes you just sit back and marvel at what he can do defensively. Speed, strength, quickness, he's the whole package. And that package just wrapped up the runner for a loss.
So after the loss of a yard, they'll look to push forward here on 2nd down and 11. From the shotgun, it's Cousins. Firing quickly, but it's incomplete. An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. From the gun, here's Cousins. That's to Dalvin Cook, his running back. And he will have a Vikings first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. It was a solid check down there with pressure coming, wasn't it?
It was, because you're trying to go through your progression. And when you have that type of pressure in your face, it changes what you're doing and how fast you have to do your reads. And able to come back and find him in open space, that's a really nice play.
So from Cowboy territory now, here's 1st and 10 at the 44-yard line. Meanwhile, Cousins' throw pulled in by Jefferson.
Fired that one in there, able to make connection on a nice in route.
With those faster passes and they're going that fast, any hesitation as a quarterback that the deflection, if you miss, might be bigger and lead to an interception?
Yeah, and the deflection works both ways. Maybe a defender gets a hand in the way and it pops in the air. And sometimes you throw it so hard your receiver can't handle it, and he pops it up in the air for the defenders to grab as well.
But a moot point there as they were able to connect. Cousins' throw there taken in by Smith. And the result here, a pickup of 8. Leaves him with 2 to go on 2nd down. A 10th carry in the game for Cook. And he gets it inside the 10 to the 9. 55 rushing yards rushing for him now on what was his 10th carry of the ball game.
A big hole there. How about him handling the point of attack? Just positioning himself so that run could go right off of his backside and deep into the secondary.
A kicker fest so far, all points via field goals. They're hoping to change that right here. Here's Cousins. Throw left side complete. That's Smith. Touchdown, Vikings. Irv Smith Jr., his 3rd touchdown now on the year. And the Vikings are going to retake the lead.
For good reason, quarterbacks want to get the ball to the perimeter to their wide receivers for big plays. But in this situation, it felt like, based on coverage, he knew that he wanted his tight end to have the football, and for good reason.
Greg Joseph on for the extra point. And he's got it as the lead is now 10-6. So a nice drive put together there. They go 75 yards in 9 plays. And it's polished off by a Viking score. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. Taken at the goal line. And he's up across the 25 and down at the 28. Ezekiel Elliott gets ready to go again here on offense as he shuffles onto the field. He's been good. They've utilized him well, but they're losing here in the second quarter. What might they change offensively?
I think that what you try and do is expand how you get the ball to him a little bit. Get him out in open space, maybe swing the ball to him. What's that they used to call it in the West Coast offense, the long handoff? Yeah. Serve as your running play that way, as well as continue to feed him the football. Some of these runs now may pop bigger later in the game because of the effects of running it. Sometimes people after a while, they don't want to tackle him anymore, or they get tired, or they get out of position, or he runs through tackles. Continue to feed him the ball. He's having that kind of game.
Yeah, might they get him the ball in some space in some different ways here. Off play action to Elliott. Here's Prescott. A dump off to Elliott. And he'll be out of bounds after getting this one across the 40. 3 yards the gain there, 2nd down.
And we see another pitch and catch there to the running back. This position just continues to evolve. They become just as critical to the passing attack as a lot of receivers, tight ends, because their ability to make people miss in the open field can really generate big plays for an offense.
2 minutes remaining in this first half of football. Coming up in a couple of minutes, we'll get you to Jonathan Coachman in Orlando. The coach will have stats and scores from earlier today in the NFL. Pressure coming from the Vikings, and they get there and bring him down. They push him back 8 yards that time on 2nd down. These sacks now, they're starting to pile up, Charles, and that front 7 defensively, they've had their way with this offensive line.
And I think at this stage, we have to start thinking about different play calls. We've got to start helping this quarterback out because the entire game he's been under siege. I don't care what the down and distance. They've got to get the ball out of his hands a lot quicker.
They'll need a big play here. Will Dak and the Cowboys after the sack. It's 3rd and long. A handoff left. Elliott. And unable to get downhill there as he'll take this up to about the 37. The Vikings going to signal for the first of their timeouts as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. Anger is on to punt, and he gets this one away. And this one hits at the 1, continues on into the end zone for a touchback. Dalvin Cook taking the field for the Vikings' next possession. It may just be the second quarter, but he's in his zone, well on his way to eclipsing that 100-yard mark.
And when a back has a game, as we're witnessing right now, his name's going to be in the books. But it's really a collective deal, isn't it? Because that means he's getting plenty of blocking.
And the pressure too much that time as Cousins goes down. He couldn't get rid of it. He takes a sack for a loss of 6 to bring up second down.
Well, when you time those screen passes perfectly, they can work perfectly. But that time it took a little
zeroed in on exactly what makes that play go. Timing. Because if the timing's off at all, those unblocked defenders coming at the quarterback, they'll put him on the deck.
On second down, Cook. And not much to speak of. Call it a 1-yard gain up to the 15. Now the Cowboys going to burn the first of their timeouts as they'll stop it with just over 40 seconds to go in the first half. Third down, Dalvin Cook. And he'll be about a full yard shy of the 20 at the 19-yard line. The Cowboys going to use their second timeout now, as the clock will stop with 37 seconds to play in this first half. Now on fourth down, on is the punt team sending this one away. That's going to go in the books as a 55-yard punt. Well done. And the Cowboys will take over the football with a 1st and 10.
And the Cowboys going to go on offense one final time in this first half. And they've got less than 30 seconds to go here, so not a lot of time to work with.
A little under 30 seconds to go. We'll see how they play it here on 1st and 10. From the shotgun, it's Prescott. Into the secondary, past the 40. And he takes it all the way up to the 47. The Cowboys signal for their 3rd and final timeout as they'll stop the clock with 12 seconds to go in this first half. Prescott on 1st down.
And that one off the mark behind him. Incomplete.
An incomplete pass on 1st down. That leads to a 2nd and 10. Throwing. Prescott. He's going to air one out. And he overshot him there. It's out of bounds, incomplete.
Love the idea, love the concept, but you got to leave a little room on the sideline so he can fade into it when he makes the catch. That was thrown too close to it for the receiver to make a play.
And unless this is a quick incompletion, this is likely the last play here of this first half. Final play of the half, Prescott.
He'll fire this deep for Gallup.
He's got a man, complete. He'll get this one down near the 20-yard line, just shy of the 20. So we've reached halftime here on Halloween. And trust me, kids, if you had to look at Charles Davis every game, you'd think every day was Halloween. As we'll send you down to Orlando, and we check in with Jonathan Coachman for our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach.
All right, Brandon, thanks very much. We'll get back to you and Charles in a minute. But first, time to give the folks at home a look at what's going on around the NFL. We'll start by heading out west to Glendale, Arizona, where it was the visiting Packers who were able to come in and win this one on the road. Aaron Rodgers strong in the victory as his guys up their mark to 6-2 on the year. From there, we head east to check out the Jets at home at MetLife Stadium. And they were losers in that one to the visiting Cincinnati Bengals. The Bengals have run right through the NFL in this first half of the year as they head to the second half unbeaten at 8-0. And finally, on Monday Night Football, the Giants and Chiefs from Arrowhead. Kickoff, 8:15 Eastern Time. Meanwhile, in our game, it's been a defensive struggle. Which offense can break through in the second half? To find out, let's hand it over to our broadcast team of Brandon Gaudin and Charles Davis.
Okay, Coach, thanks as always. This one's still anyone's game as we welcome you back for quarter number 3. Nwogu now from his end zone. And it's a pretty good return here as he'll get this up to the 29. And the Vikings Vikings set to go on offense to begin the third quarter. And they've got the lead. CD, what do you think the message was at halftime?
I don't think the message was too drastic, I think, at the half, or that they need to change things too much. I do think the offensive line could play a little bit better. And I think they'll try and help them out more. They'll probably keep a tight end in a few more times and maybe add a running back to the formation to pick up those pass rushers, because they probably allowed a few too many sacks for comfort in the first half.
And he'll lose yardage here, going down back at the 28. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12.
And that's what this defense is going to need to do more in the second half. Good pressure that time, forces some indecision in the backfield. He's going to wind up being taken down for a nice loss.
First play of the drive goes the wrong way. Here's 2nd and 12. Cousins. He's got Smith here. Only 3 yards on the catch. It's 3rd down. To throw is Cousins. And that's complete to K.J. Osborne. Well, this is going to depend on the spot, but it's not a very generous one. He looks to be about a yard or so short. It'll be a gain of 8, but it'll also lead to a 4th down.
So much about offense is what you call hidden yardage. You know, you throw the ball to someone, they catch it, and then they can make a big play. You know, they create a play, run after catch. They did a really nice job there of limiting that and keeping him from a 1st down.
Yeah, stopped him in his tracks. Barry on to punt as he gets this one away. And this is going to hit the goal line and continue on into the end zone for a touchback. The Cowboys offense now, they head out for their first possession of the second half. And their defense did its job by forcing the punt to start things out. And now, Charles, can the offense get in gear?
I think, partner, you can sense them saying, okay, the first half was theirs, but now let's get the momentum back on our side. We forced a punt. Now let's go downfield and score. If we do that, we'll be set up well for this second half.
They throw right away, and that's complete out on the right side. And he's going to get this one across the 30-yard line.
I think that's a big pickup for a 1st down, because when you run a drag route against zone, you're sometimes asking for trouble because you might run into a defender.
Yeah, well, there they ran into a 1st down. Executed it to perfection. From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10. Now Elliott. And he's going to get a solid gain of 9 before being brought down. 2nd and right at a yard. The last run got 9. That leaves him with 2nd and a yard. Again, it's Elliott. And he'll get up near the 45. They'll spot it at the 44. They'll run on 1st down. It's Elliott, and he'll take this ahead for about 4. 2nd down coming up. The run got 4. Now they deal with a 2nd and 6. They'll try to throw now. Prescott. He'll find Lamb. That's complete. That catch good for 5. It's 3rd down. And they'll try and run the option to pick it up. He's not going to get there. That won't even be close. It was blown up in the backfield. And look there, not a good sight. Gronkowski down. And you just hope it's not that knee again. Well, he gets attended to. We'll step aside. Here's Brian Anger now, as he'll punt it away for the 2nd time. And they'll play keep away from the returner, as this one will be marked out of bounds at the 13-yard line. Pretty good spot. The Vikings offense now heading out to take over. And a tight game after punting last time. See if they can get something going on this drive.
As they head to the field now, with the game this close, you've got to feel there's a sense of urgency for them going on offense right now. But they have to do it without letting panic creep in and affect their play.
And he goes down. It's a sack. They get him back at his own 3-yard line.
Micah Parsons able to record his 5th sack of the season.
For a rookie first-rounder, he's made a huge impact on this defense, but that tells me that they had a plan for him when they drafted him. Just turn him loose, do what you do best, go get the quarterback.
And the job becomes twice as difficult now. After the sack, it's 2nd and 20. They run. Cook. And he's upended at the 6 as they double their room to maneuver on a pickup of 3. 3rd and long for Cousins. That's complete to his running back, Jefferson. And he'll only get this to the 14 as he'll come up well short of the first down. It'll be a gain of 8, but it'll also lead to a 4th down.
I think that call was made not so much to try and get the first down, although they would have taken it if they could have gotten it, but to give their punter a little bit of space and try and help out their defense.
Yeah, they got the safe completion on 3rd. Here's Jordan Berry now as he's on to punt for Minnesota. We'll call that a punt of 54 yards. Well struck. And the offense will take over with a new set of downs. Possession of the football going back to the Cowboys. And, Charles, they're certainly still right in this game, but they need that offense to wake up and in a hurry.
Yeah, I like the way you put it. They certainly did seem to sleepwalk a bit in the first half. Now that their defense has done its job, it's their turn now to go out and try and get some points.
Prescott looks to throw on first. A gain of 6 there on first. 2nd down at 4. They'll try the right side with Elliott. And he'll get up to the 43-yard line. A first down throw for Prescott. They'll set up the screen to Elliott. The first down screen pass, good for 5. Dak going to hand it to Elliott on the option. And he's going to be met at the line of scrimmage and taken down. They'll say no gain on the play there, and now it'll be 3rd down. We talk about defenders, specifically linebackers, keeping their eyes in the right spot. He had that eye down the entire time.
And you know that's not easily done because they throw a lot of misdirection at you. They try and fool you and get your eyes in the wrong place. But you're right about that one. He correctly figured that one out and made a really nice play.
Quick hitter here, it's complete. And he will have a Cowboys first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
And Brandon, from our time in college football, where receivers weren't running the traditional, find open areas, find soft spots.
Picking up the first. From Viking territory now, they'll come up 1st and 10 at the 46. Another carry tonight for the workhorse Elliott. The tackle made there by Harrison Smith. 2nd and 5. Out of the gun, here's Prescott. Looking left side, that's caught by Landry. And he'll go out of bounds after taking a little further down inside the 40. Only 3 yards on the catch. It's 3rd down.
One thing you're hoping for when you run drag routes, you're able to hit a receiver in stride, and he can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch. But in this situation, the defense was effective, able to stop him before he could get a good head of steam going. Now what we're seeing, this is much better from this offense because so far in this game, no touchdowns to this point. And what's usually a direct correlation? Very few explosive plays. That's been their issue. Not able to make that big shot downfield or break one off, but a nice game there for a first down.
A first down carry by Elliott. And he is brought down at the 22 after a gain of 2, and it brings up second down. The last run got a couple. Here's 2nd and 8. They go to Elliott again. And he's taken down after a gain of 3 as they move it from the 22 to the 19.
You know that old expression, it's not my night? It hasn't been his so far. I don't know if the legs are a little bit heavy. Sometimes having to hang out all day and play doesn't exactly play to your advantage, but it's been a tough go for him.
And every time he looks up, somebody's there defensively. That was the same case on that play. Prescott to throw it. Oh, it's a screen pass. That's complete. And he'll be brought down on what's going to turn out to be the final play of this third quarter. 1 quarter remains here on a Sunday night. This is the National Football League on EA Sports. Only way to get the lead here, of course, with a touchdown. And that's what they're gunning for on 1st and goal. Now Elliott. And he will take it in for a Cowboy score. Ezekiel Elliott, his 6th touchdown of the season. And the Cowboys have once again taken the lead.
I wonder if he changed anything on his play sheet or they just executed better. Because they had 2 previous drives that ended in field goals. Before this one, they finally were able to put into the end zone.
Well, whatever he did, speaking of the offensive coordinator, might be using that formula going forward. It worked there.
Yeah, it works very well. He and his field general in pretty good sync right now. They're starting to move the ball well.
An extra point by Nagar is up and good. And that gives him a 3-point lead. That one in the books as a 12-play drive. And it culminates in a touchdown run by Ezekiel Elliott. This fielded right at the goal line. And he'll get it up past the 20 to about the 22. Now the Minnesota offense set to take over again. And now they'll look to answer working from behind. And remember, this offense has sputtered yet to score here in the second half. They'll need to change that here. Cousins and the Vikings with a 1st and 10 at their own 22. They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. And this one complete to Smith. 7 yards the pick up there. One thing I think that's safe to say defensively, the tackling's been really good.
And because of that, it's been very, very hard for them to move the ball because you're not getting the benefits of run after catch. You're tackling them almost on the spot. That means you have to run extra plays, harder to move it.
From the 29, Cousins to Jefferson on a slant. And he takes this up to the 40-yard line before being corralled.
And here we are in the 4th quarter, partner, and watch them drive for what would be a go-ahead touchdown. And you and I both know this is where you need a quarterback who can keep his cool back there. Not just for himself, but to keep the rest of the team relaxed too.
And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. 12 yards on back-to-back plays there, and that's another 1st down. Now Cousins. And that, nearly picked off. It would have been a great time for their first interception of the game. Instead, it's 2nd down.
They've given up a few first downs on this drive, but getting the incompletion there, that should give them something to build on and maybe turn the tide.
So 3rd down, but you got to think they'd like to get closer, even in a dome with good kicking conditions for a possible field goal. And this pass broken up. Excellent coverage there on 3rd down, as that was not an easy one to hold on to.
This has certainly been a physical game so far. Limited scoring opportunities for both sides. And there's another chance that goes unfulfilled.
So now one of the biggest kicks of the night is forthcoming. So this will be spotted on the midfield logo. It's a 58-yard attempt. And this is going to wind up left. Well struck, but it's no good. And this score will stay right where it is. Let's see what our player spotlight feature has in store with Dak Prescott. And maybe he's starting to wave the white flag a little bit. He's playing pretty well, but the pressure, it's got to him.
has to find a way to step around it, step through it, or just handle it. Because as you mentioned, he's having a pretty good day overall. Just the hits keep coming and taking those sacks. That's not the way that they want to finish a ball game with their quarterback on the ground so much.
He'd like to stay upright. When he's been upright, he's been pretty good. And he's going to take this ahead for right around 3 yards, but no more than that. Second down. On second down, Elliott once more. And he's going to be stopped just short of the first down marker at the Vikings 42. 93 yards rushing for him so far as his terrific season continues here. The offense on third down tonight, they're hitting at 60%, 6 out of 10 thus far. They're looking at third and a few inches. And he will have a Cowboys first down, as that'll be a pickup of about 5 as they convert on third and inches.
Well, that's a carry they have to be satisfied with. And throughout this game, they've been satisfied with what he's given them. Whenever they've needed a big run, a first down, he's the guy they've turned to. And it doesn't matter what the defense thinks. They feel like they've got the confidence to keep handing it to him and keep picking up good yardage.
Line of scrimmage, the 37 on first and 10. A give to Elliott. Flashed the stick skills, but didn't get a ton from it. Stopped short of the 35. Play fake. Here's Prescott. Goes right side, complete to Gronk. And this is going to turn into another first down as the tackle is made at the Vikings 14.
Well, that should be a reminder defensively, and I think it's a reminder to myself because you just can't sell out to stop the run. There's still enough time that this offense can move the football through the air, even on first and second downs, and they obviously picked the right spot to throw the ball there.
Here's a first and 10 at the 14-yard line. Out of the gun, it's Elliott. And he's going to be taken down with a marker on the field. So let's see about the call.
Are you serious, dog?
They're backed up here with a first and 20 now after the holding penalty. Here's Prescott. He finds his target. It's Schultz. A strong broken tackle on that one. And then they get him to the ground just shy of the 15. A good pickup there. 8 yards on the first down completion. On play action, Prescott. Buying time to, and he can't get rid of it. He's taken down. DJ Waddle able to drop him that time for his second sack of the evening. And a play like that with how far he had to go to make that sack shows how athletic defensive ends have become in the NFL.
And not just athletic, this is coached in a big way. Run to the football at all times. How about him never giving up on it and pursuing all the way across the field?
They'll need a big play here. Will Dak and the Cowboys after the sack. It's third and long. Prescott. And Gronkowski's got it. Complete over the middle. And he'll only get this to the 14 as he'll come up well short of the first down. They do get 10 back, but still a ways to go on fourth.
So much about this game is just understanding situations and then having to execute, isn't it? Guard the first down sticks. Don't let them get there. And they've rallied and made the tackle.
So the field goal unit is on the field as this is a big spot right here. Nagar's kick is good. And that extends their advantage to 6. It's 16-10. So they get the 3, but you wonder now, is that going to be enough?
Excellent question, because when I look at the smiles on that side of the field, a touchdown there, those will be big half-moon grins right now because they feel a whole lot better about their position.
And a touchdown in the other direction, all of a sudden they're down. Kirk Cousins and the Vikings offense back on the field. And the stats on the screen tell the story. A great start
This defense, they made some good adjustments, though. He's fallen off since.
Have to like what they did at the half, but you also have to like the fact that they hung in there, despite the fact that a
contested ball here, and it's going to be caught. Touchdown, Vikings.
Justin Jefferson.
His first touchdown on the year. And if the Vikings can take care of business on the extra point, they will have the lead.
We all knew the situation. We're in the fourth quarter. Who's going to step up and make the big play? Well, we just saw it, didn't we? Took their shot, downfield, got it, and now they're in a great position to take the lead.
Joseph now to have the PAT. It's up and good, and they take the lead by a point, 17-16. Well, the offense wasn't out there for a long time, but they were out there for a good time. One play, and they're able to hit pay dirt. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away.
This is Tony Pollard. And he'll be stopped up at the 25. The time to get another look at this Cowboys offense. And they will be looking to answer the touchdown their defense just surrendered. Still a good chunk of time remaining here in the fourth quarter and a chance to regain the lead in a tight one.
So Prescott and the Cowboys now with a 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line. They'll try and start this drive in the air. Going right side here, and that's complete. And down he goes, but he takes it up to the 40.
When the hitch route is run really well, that jab step off the line of scrimmage by the receiver, which is designed to back up the defender and give him a little bit of space, all you want there, get that space, catch the football, and then make a move and pick up extra yardage, and that's exactly what he got done there.
On 1st and 10, Prescott. Connects here with a tight end, Jeremy Sprinkle. And able to rip off a big chunk of yardage before being dropped inside the 40. Tell you what, he's been able to put the ball in some tight spots all game long. That throw, no different.
Yeah, a lot of people would call it a gutsy type of a throw. I think he looks at it as, I can do it, so it's not that big of a deal to me, and I'm going to keep firing.
Back-to-back good plays have him on the move on 1st down. To throw is Prescott. To the right side, and he's got Landry complete. And he works it past the 30, almost to the 25.
Well, so far, little to no resistance by the defense on this drive alone. 3 passes, 3 completions, 3 first downs. They're taking it to him, and it's paying off.
Prescott yet again.
And a dangerous throw there as that's knocked down and incomplete.
After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10. Now Prescott. And he comes back with one complete. And this is going to turn into another 1st down as the tackle is made at the Vikings' 12-yard line.
And this has been a nice answer to the touchdown drive against them a few minutes ago because they've come out and reestablished the tempo. A nice throw there, and they're putting together a very strong drive as a response.
Fourth quarter, 2 minutes on the clock in a tight 1-point game.
So the Cowboys in possession of the football here as we get you reset. They come up on a 1st and 10, desperately needing a score here on what could be their final drive. And he'll be brought down here at the 3-yard line. Prescott urging his guys to go quickly. They need to get up and set. Oh, no, he lost the football. And the Vikings pick up the football. And a great return as he takes us up just shy of the 45.
Well, that simply is a missed opportunity. They're in position. If they take the ball downfield and score, they've got a chance to win the game. Instead, they cough it up. I don't think next week in practice is going to be a whole lot of fun for him.
On the other side, no bigger time to force a turnover when you've got that small lead.
Yeah, and when you look at it from the offense's perspective, taking care of the ball is so important. I know they're going to have all kind of ball security drills in practice all next week.
They'll try and wind down some clock with Cook. And he sneaks his way forward only for a couple here. Second down. Now the Cowboys going to burn the first of their timeouts as they'll talk things over prior to this upcoming second down play. They run it again with Cook. And he'll be brought down at the 45-yard line. The Cowboys going to use their second timeout now. And they'll be disappointed to have to burn one there after giving up the first down. They run with Cook. He's been busy tonight. And this one goes nowhere. Losing yardage on the play back at the 46. Looking at a 2nd and 11 now after the loss. And they'll indeed take a knee. So here we go, Charles, 3rd down. Any chance you're throwing?
I don't think so. I think you got to keep the clock rolling here.
Victory all but assured now as they take a knee here, and they're going to escape with a 1-point victory. Here's Jordan Berry now. He's been terrific so far. Well, Charles, a pretty exhilarating finish to the end of this ball game. At the end, the Hail Mary prayers, though, they went unanswered. Could have won it, but couldn't get it done.
Almost felt schoolyard or playground, didn't it? Yeah, you remember when you called that play? Everybody just go long and try to find someone open. They gave it a shot, but unable to successfully complete it.
So for the Vikings, they fall a game under 500 now at 3 up and 4 down. And they'll hit the road next week to take on the Baltimore Ravens. Meanwhile, for Dallas, the loss drops them back to 4-3 so far. And they'll have a tough one at home next week against the Denver Broncos. So for Charles Davis and our entire crew, I'm Brandon Gaudin. Next.